Virtually every charity in Saskatoon and around the world has been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Cosmopolitan Industries in Saskatoon, certainly no exception. Happy today to be joined by Ken Grischuk from Cosmo. Ken, thank you for talking with us today. Before we get into this new program that you're launching in support of Cosmo, can you tell me a little bit about how the pandemic has affected you folks at Cosmo?
Well, yeah, we've got a couple aspects of what we do are indeed essential services. The recycling, people are putting the recycling in the bin, so that has to be taken away and processed. So we've been doing that all the way through. And also, you still have the responsibility to get shred your paper, any of the private papers you might have as a business on your customers. So our Cosmo Shred's still operating. And we're still in contact with our about 400 adults with intellectual disabilities who are now at home in group homes or at a place like Elmwood. And so we've redeployed some of our staff to assist in those places as well.
And certainly some of the fundraising opportunities that we might see on an annual basis have unfortunately gone by the wayside for this year. I know you have an annual golf tournament that had to be canceled, but you also have a new program that will help hopefully make up for some of those funds. You were actually planning on launching this before the pandemic hit. Talk a little bit about Cans4Cosmo.
The idea behind it is there's a lot of people in the community that would like to be able to make a donation to a charity like Cosmo. And what we do is that they make the donation through their deposit containers, cans, jugs, bottles. We will pick it up from your home and give you a tax deduction receipt at the end of the year for what you've donated to us.
That's fantastic. And I'm guessing if other people watching are anything like me, it's possible the empties may have piled up a little bit, whether it's pop or beer or whatever you have happens to be your beverage of choice. Likely some homes might be a little bit overflowing with recycling material right now.
Well, yeah, we wanted to start it actually. It was going to launch just before the COVID shutdown. So we put everything on hold. And now what we believe is that there's a lot of people out there that would like to purge, get rid of a whole bunch of their stuff. And then really what the program's intended to do is about every 10 weeks, we schedule another pickup if you decide to sign up. And that's generally how long it takes to get a couple bags or a bag make it worthwhile to pick up. But I had a lady that signed up through Cans4Cosmo.ca, and the little comment she had was, "I've got 19 bags in my garage. Please take them away."
That's great. Well, that will lead to a lot of money for Cosmo, of course, coming from those deposits, and that money is used to support all the worthwhile work that you folks do. I'm sure most people watching are well familiar with it, what it is Cosmo does, but for those who don't, where is this money going to go?
Well, we have about 400 adults with intellectual disabilities that we do programs for, and we have our social enterprises that help fund that. The provincial government's a big funder, but it never covers everything. So what we often use the funding for are things like we have a snoozling room. It's a sensory room that you're able to go in, and it causes a nice relaxation for you. It's a wonderful thing to have, therapy to have. Well, we only got that because the Riverside Pond Golf Classic was available to fund that. And so there's all those types of things. And this year especially, when we go to reopen, we're really working at what additional costs are going to be involved in making sure that the participants are safe. What kind of barriers are going to be involved? What additional pieces of equipment do we need for disinfecting, or what exactly is that going to look like? So we do know that that's going to cost some money, and we think that beyond the revenue that we would get from residents, it's really another way to make that connection with somebody. We want those relationships to be set up in a way that we provide a convenient service for you, and you provide the donations of cans and bottles to assist our participants. And we think it's going to be good for everybody.
Yeah, it sounds like a win in a lot of ways. You mentioned the website a minute or two ago, Ken. Give it to us one more time. How can people sign up for this and get some more information?
So Cans4Cosmo.ca. And you can go there. It gives you all the information. It's got a registration form. And if you need to, right there, you can email me, and I can tell you anything that you would like to know.
Excellent, Ken. Thank you so much for chatting with us today. Here's hoping to get a lot of trucks full of recycling materials.
Well, we're hoping to start off with at least 300 subscribers, and we're sitting now at about 110. So we'd sure like to have that assistance and the support of the community.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.